One of the things when you talk about the future of education, we sometimes have this way of talking about it internally. But it's important that we bring our parents into that conversation. Because it's their children.
Our world is changing so much, and yet our education is not. Our education is what it was over 100 years ago, yet in 100 and something years, we've changed everything about who we are and what we do and how we do it. So I would like to see our education grow with that.
We should be advocating for different ways of teaching our kids.
If you do the same thing today that you did yesterday, you're going to get less and less and less.
It used to be that a degree, the amount of information you gained from a degree was enough to last your entire life in a career, and now it's not.
For us, what we're trying to do is take advantage of the power of technology that's out there and truly transform our education system. And what we're really looking at is how do we better understand the child, and how does the child better understand themselves? How do they come in contact with their passion, what they truly love, and then connect that with their aptitudes and let that drive the process of learning?
We started with a list of potential partners, and as we delved deeper into the project, we felt that Google had a clear understanding of our vision, and so therefore we kept Google as our thinking partner.
Within our work with Google, we've talked about artificial intelligence, and that's kind of the driving piece within the Google project. Using that to tap into our kids' aptitudes and passions, and then through that develop a profile for each student.
The level of amount of information that we will be able to provide not only to the parents but for the students and for the teachers, you're going to immediately be able to say, okay, I have a group of kids that are really interested in health science, and so I'm going to be able to direct a lot of their education and their learning towards health science.
It'll help them see that profile of the student and help them connect with the student faster. It'll help them understand the student's interest in ways that the teacher can move that student along.
The information that Google can provide to our teachers is they're going to have parent input, they'll look at past testing input to be able to bring all the different data points together, interest surveys that they can do and create a autonomous data information system. Teachers will be so much better informed when the student walks into the classroom from day one.
That profile that's based on their aptitudes and passions, when they develop what that learning looks like and truly differentiating the learning process for each and every kid. The exciting thing about this program is they're already going to have a working, developed profile that they'll add to when they get to high school. And so in theory, you would think they would have a pretty good idea of at least which direction they want to head, what things excite them, which things they're passionate about within their learning in high school.
In the elementary schools, we are the foundation of their education, and so it's important for us to give them as many experiences as possible so that they can find a pathway to a passion and that we can help advance an aptitude for them.
This initiative will really help middle school students to discover their passions and aptitudes. It'll give them more opportunities, and they're going to be able to really understand themselves. That's hard for a middle schooler. We're really discovering who we are in middle school and what do we like and what do we dislike.
It's going to not only transform learning, it's going to transform teaching and what teaching looks like.
The students that we serve today are very different than the students we served 20 years ago. Students today can access information more efficiently than ever, so it's very important for us, and what I'm excited about is that we can adapt school to them as opposed to students having to adapt to school.
By the time they graduate high school, they're going to be really being able to specialize on this is where my aptitudes are and this is where I can be college and career ready and really be a game changer.
By 2020, more than 75% of the S&P 500 will be companies that we have not heard of yet.
As far as the traditional pathway that I was accustomed to growing up, it can be totally different with my kids, and schools have to adapt to it.
In fairness to our students, in order for them to be competitive in a very new world that we don't even know what it really looks like at this point in time, we have to give them every advantage that we can.
So as a parent, I'm looking at what are my kids going to be able to do when they finish schools, and are those tasks aligned with the economy? Because if they're not, we're going to have a problem securing jobs and making a living and actually contributing to society as we know it.
And you're going to enter that marketplace better prepared to be that self-determined adult in control of the quality of freedom than you are today.